time for football at CenturyLink Field. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead.
The kick is good.
Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
25-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Wilson. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Devon Kennard. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Go.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He will find the rookie from LSU. That's Justin Jefferson. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Cards going nickel, an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Devon Kennard able to record his 5th sack of the season. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon.
To punt for the Seahawks.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
1-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. Kenyon Drake in Week 16 last year against these Seahawks had a career day, 166 yards rushing, a couple of touchdowns as well, as the Cardinals won in Seattle 27-13. He'll have it for Murray fighting, lost the football, and that will get out of bounds. Lucky there, they keep possession inside the 5.
Retains possession.
On 1st and goal, Drake. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Brought down just shy of the goal line. A gain of 3.
They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kenyon Drake hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Seahawks nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Let's go. Mike, check, 59.
Operating from the gun. Wilson flushed out right. And this is incomplete.
Wilson.
And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Escaping the pressure right. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
From the gun, Wilson. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Seahawks nothing.
Hey, look, 48. Hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Switch.
On 1st down. Carson, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Kenyon Drake last year versus Cleveland, absolutely unstoppable. Ran for 137 yards. Remember, 4 touchdowns in the Cards' 38-24 win in Week 15. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From just shy of midfield, Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Cardinals.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Murray a give. This is Drake. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Murray gets this one to Isabella. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 12.
This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Throwing on first down is Murray. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 10 more there and another first down.
At the 8-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Benson Mayowa. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Kenyon Drake.
Kenyon Drake with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Cardinals 21, Seahawks nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A huge gain of 40 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Flushed out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Max Williams. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports Halftime Report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, right at the 30. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And to the tight end, Olsen, right side. And at a 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Hey, turn it up. Check it back. Fall back.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Gun. 48 for Mike. Hey, watch that.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second-half blowout material. They fake the handoff. Now Murray going deep for Hopkins. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT in the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Drake. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now Murray. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Corey Peters. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Brings up 3rd down.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the rookie Isaiah Simmons. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball, and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out
exactly.
there. But the 9 picks
9 picks, you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
35-yard line.
Throwing again. Murray. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Shotgun now from Murray. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals turning that interception into a touchdown. And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Cardinals 35, Seahawks nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is DJ Reed returning. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
DJ Reed on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jordan Phillips in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Chandler Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
To throw is Wilson. Throwing on 3rd and long. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go one more. Mike 54. Mike 54. It's going to be a long.
Operating from the gun, Murray. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Benson Mayowa able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
That's the end of the 3rd.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got to... The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a 1st down. It's 4th. Here's Andy Lee now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. The Falcons' leading tackler a season ago, Devondre Campbell, gets another one there. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And his first throw here is incomplete.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
The 44-yard line.
Oh, here we go. Oh. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I got you. I got you.
After the turnover, here's Murray. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
There goes a deep ball, end zone, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They're going for it. Hits Murray. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow. Talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Brings up 2nd.
2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line.
Let's put that team on the bus. Check. Check your hot read. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
They go play action with Wilson. Incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd down and 12.
36. 36. Out. Watch the edge.
Play action. It's Wilson. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Wilson.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. And it is incomplete. Oh, Patrick Peterson, the shutdown corner, was there on the coverage. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? You want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
44-yard line.
They'll roll him out right. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Coverage by
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again, Wilson. And that is incomplete here.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
11 yards there, 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And this is caught at the 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A huge play there for Arizona. 56 yards. Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Corey Peters able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the rookie Isaiah Simmons. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Hey, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Complete in the end zone.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw it. Murray to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Yards to go.
From the gun, Murray. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now 1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by